Well, hello everybody, this is Old Man Tony here again. I'm sorry I haven't had a vlog out for a couple of weeks now, but it's all about bike home balance. A couple of weeks ago I was supposed to go to the infamously calm ride number 2, and I didn't make that. And the main reason was all about my bike home balance. And my wife's not too keen on going out on the bike these days. In fact, she won't go out on the bike at all now. She did try it a few years ago, but I'm afraid she decided it wasn't for her, so when I go out on the bike, it's just purely for myself and purely for my pleasure, and leave everything else at home. So when I do go out, and I want to go out for a bit of an extended stay, I always have a bit of guilt in that I'm out for myself and forgetting about all the family and everything else. So it is a bit of a selfish thing for me. And the weekend of the infamously calm ride, I had booked a hotel, so I hadn't got quite so far to travel on the morning of the ride. Bearing in mind I'd got about 180 mile trip home after the ride, I thought that was sensible. But we did have some discussions about was I being selfish, and that I never take her anywhere and all that sort of thing. So yeah, there's probably something in that, and I need to redress the balance. But I'm wondering, how do any of you manage this sort of thing? It's fine if you can take your wife out on the bike, but she can go and visit places with you, but I want to be out on my bike, and it's purely for myself. So just wondering how other people cope with all that. I know when I bought a bike a few years ago, it did cost me a new kitchen, as well as the price of the bike. And even when I got this bike, I was putting new furniture in the bedroom. I think I was doing quite a few other jobs around the house in kind of compensation, penance for my selfish act of spending the money on a motorbike. A lot of people say that biking's in your blood, and it is really, and it is difficult for me to not be with a bike, but I also need to get out on the bike and enjoy myself now and again. So anyway, that's enough morbid talk from me. I'm just wondering how other people cope with that, and I've got to try and be a better husband. I don't think I'm a bad father, but my children are grown up now, so I have grandfatherly duties instead. And I think I fulfil them pretty well. Not to say that I can't improve somewhere along the line. So on a slightly different note, summer's nearly over here. The temperatures have dropped quite considerably. It's 15.5 degrees Celsius, so that's about 61, 62 degrees, somewhere around that in the Fahrenheit scale. So although we don't generally have to put our bikes away for the winter here in the UK, it does curtail the fun a little bit when it gets cold and wet and occasionally snowy. But I generally try and get out on my bike on a regular basis throughout the year, just not quite so much in the winter, which will help redress the home bike balance again. So are you all getting your bikes packed up for the winter time? Are you doing any special treatments to get it through the winter? I know a lot of people use things like ACF 50 treatments and that sort of thing. I tend not to do any of those. I just give it a good wash by being out on wet, salty roads. So let me know what you'll be doing to your bike this winter. Anyway, that's probably enough for me. So on a cheerier note, I'm just off to another bike night. So I'll be having some fun and bike talk there. So this has been Old Man Tony. Goodbye.